The concepts in Vocabularians has helped me change just really how I structure my classroom and thinking about how do I apply vocabulary, making sure I make the time to do it, and to really help the kids internalize that, and then also to talk to my team about it and to make sure it's a team effort. Not necessarily that my team is teaching the same vocabulary that I am, but that they are aware that they need to also help the students internalize the vocabulary that's necessary for their classes. You know, because we look at Reading Standard 4, all the content areas should be looking at Reading Standard 4 to help their students understand the vocabulary in their content, and that includes math as well.
We are a needs improvement school. We have been for the last 7 years, and this is key vocabulary and technical terminology and words shaped for meaning are things we're working on in our data teams right now in order to improve our students' overall knowledge of any content area. And it's a reading strategy that can be applied to math, science, social studies, and then there's always math on the other side, but it still works.
I really believe that science can be made pretty simple and highly understandable to all students if they can just get past the vocab sometimes. And sometimes, especially in science, the vocabulary is so long or so unused in normal daily vocab that it scares them off.
It's important to teach vocabulary strategically in math class in order to get the students to start talking on a professional level and work with the correct terminology. And it's one of those things that I need to focus on too as a professional, to where I'll let my students know first day of school I'm going to hold you all to the same expectation. I want you to hold me to the expectation to where I'm not allowed to call this thing a thingy, and you're not allowed to call that thing a thingy either. Let's go ahead and call it by its correct name and be really specific what we're talking about.
If they learn these vocab words, their meanings and their uses, then they really figure out that they're pretty simple. They have a simple meaning, simple use, and then that opens up the passage itself.
Making sure that our students, you know, are getting that connection to vocabulary in all areas of school is very important, even in our Unified Arts department, and helping them to see the connections and build on those connections.
One of the most effective strategies that we've used is a strategy called Prove It. It's where we might be asking them to look at certain words and determine what they think, especially like technical words. You know, what do you think the meaning is here? And they have to go back in the passage and use surrounding words to prove a statement that they might write. So it's a great formative for me immediately, like, okay, this person is on it, you know, and so I'll see that it'll be an expectation that when I call on that person that they can be part of the conversation. And there's some that I'll know right away and I can be working with in any lull of the moments.
Using specific vocabulary strategies in the math classroom has made a great impact as far as our gap closure with our students.
Kids have really stepped up to say, hey, this term revolution, this applies to social studies as well, and hey, it also applies to science, but it has a different meaning than what we applied to what we read in, you know, Miss Weddle's class. And so they're starting to internalize the vocabulary more. And
if we can get the kids talking correctly, and it kind of in a way boosts their confidence about what they're doing in the classroom, to like, hey, I feel smart, I'm using these words and I actually understand what they mean, to where they're okay with taking a risk and they're not so tripped up by the fact they don't understand the vocab and what it means, and they can focus on learning the actual content and not being barricaded by the reading deficiencies.
The fact that the teachers on the team are having more discussion about the vocabulary is really helping the students to grow more and to comprehend more, because we're building a stronger vocabulary schema for them.